So I'm doing this review as I am nearing completing the game. Um, I don't think the game is that bad. Obviously, it's a different company developing the game, so it's a lot different. I've seen the reviews. There are some people who said the game was fantastic, which I don't agree with, and there's some people who said that the game was atrocious. I don't necessarily agree with that. I would say the game is okay at best. It's not perfect, but it's not the worst. I've played so many worse games, but I would say that the game is very slow. It has a very slow start, and I was getting instantly bored at the first level, which feels like a tutorial to say the least. But as I was playing through, I would say the game was gradually getting better, but as it was getting better, the game was about to end, which is very, very unfortunate because there's only four chapters in the game when there normally is five, and the game also just feels very empty. Like in comparison to the first two, the bosses are always continuously stalking you and following you around until you eventually either kill them or leave whatever area they're in, which is not what really happens in Little Nightmares 3. It's you get the boss, you're not around them for maybe in the entirety, excuse me, for the entirety of the game until you hit the end of the chapter, and now all of a sudden it wants to appear. There's not a lot of enemies you have to avoid. The puzzles are super easy. That being said, I'd say the game is a 6 out of 10. Would I recommend it? Kinda. If you go in with the expectation of it being like the first two games, you're definitely not going to like it. But if you just went in with a clear mind and just to play a game, then I'd say give it a shot. But I'm glad that I didn't really follow the reviews because, to be honest, I didn't hate the game. I enjoyed it more than I expected it to be because I actually bought the game before reading the reviews after somebody in my Discord server said that people were saying that the game was bad. And I think a lot of the reviews are because it's a different developer. I think that's why the game isn't as good as the first two, because the original developer stopped caring about the game. That being said, hopefully the direction this new developer goes in, if they continue to make a sequel, that the game actually gets better. Also, they also have the blueprints to the game, so I don't see why they couldn't continue it the way that the original developers did. So I also get that side as well. There are also people talking about the graphics. I didn't really see much of a difference with the graphics other than it being sharper and kind of more cartoonier, I guess. Um, Other than that, I didn't really see much of a difference. The game looks fine. The gameplay is fine. The only thing that I really disliked about it is that it feels very empty. And maybe they could make an update. I don't see how they could do it, but if they made an update to where a lot of the chapters had some more enemies that you're running from, or more encounters, or harder puzzles, that would make the game a 10 out of 10. But right now it's a 6 out of 10. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you for watching. Bye.